England Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 51. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Gun. Switch.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here I come again. Touch 50. All day. Any day. No, Mike 51.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover late in routes and make some difficult catches.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Pick it up.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out. And now they have
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
95.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Good job right there. 99. Check 99. Pull up for signal. Mike 51. Go Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, easy. Touch.
Here's Wilson. Gonna throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And nothing too crazy there, a quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 49, check 49.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Now Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
First down, Saints.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Open man right side to St. Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the curve.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down, Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's checking off. Crash.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. A gain of 3, second down.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
39-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the 39, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jaron Reed. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
I'm going back to you.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Mike 51. Curly. Joker.
They go play action with Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. An update from down in L.A. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running with Kamara. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. SOS. Hey. SOS. Check 43.
Final play of the half. Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Coming left is Kamara. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2.
Alert 3.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Run left, run left. Give me that ball, defense. Alert, 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 alert. Give me that ball. 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
I'll go special.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Check, check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey, check right, check right.
From the 27, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no 1st down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Green 80. Here we go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I got it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw again is Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10th carry for Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told us, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Logan. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
36.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Bridgewater to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
No. Mark 55. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, switch clock. Kill.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Down. 6-1.
And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.